Hey folks, how's it going? Today we're going to do a quick overview of the Arms Warrior in Mythic Plus. So if you're not familiar with the talents for Arms, it's basically got two builds right now. Both are fantastic for multi-target and really just dungeon layouts to burst down a bunch of AoE damage. The two different builds are both really built around Memory of Lucid Dreams, so you want to pick that up as your essence to get rocking to a rank 3 at least in your neck. Um, you've got one set of this build that's built around Test of Might and Cleave as far as Azurite traits go and talents, and then that really kind of complements us from a sustained damage standpoint. And then you've got another build that is focused on buffing Bladestorm Burst with Gathering Storm, Azurite trait, and the Warbreaker talent. So we'll go through each of those. Starting off with more of that sustained cleave build. You're looking basically at the way we want this to build. It works really well with any kind of raid gearing, basically using cleave and Fever of Battle to build up large stacks of Test of Might. The main advantage with this kind of build, it has high sustained multi-target damage as long as there's more than 3 targets. It's competitive from a single target damage standpoint, but it really shines once you're up to 3. Um, you can swap with this build quite easily. Stormbolt, I like that. I like being able to maintain a stun. If you have a bunch of interrupt utility on your group and you don't need that, jump over to double time and take advantage of that extra charge of charge. Alternatively, there's a couple other plays that you can look at. Fever of Battle, it really kind of can replace Slam in the rotation with Whirlwind if you want a talent to that. So that's an easy one. You can throw that over to Massacre. We've seen that quite a bit. Alternatively, Cleave can be played with, and you can throw that back into Warbreaker. You'll see a couple builds that do that. And then finally, in for the kill, it really kind of lacks that total burst potential of Avatar, and that's one of the reasons why it gets pulled from this build. But it's up way more often, and it's really worthwhile if you're looking to sustain that damage. Now, alternatively, if you're going to go with more of a burst build, your first 4 talents, or first 4 tiers, don't really change a whole lot. Again, Stormbolt, pretty interchangeable. Fever of Battle stays the same. You want to continue with Defensive Stance, one of the better defensive abilities out there. But now that we are on tier 5, you get rid of Cleave and you jump back towards Warbreaker. You go to Avatar and you stick with Anger Management. So that's a lot of fun. This build, it really relies on stacking cooldowns along with your Gathering Storm and Lord of War Azurite traits that you get. So once you see those procs building up and those bonuses coming, they really allow you to maximize Bladestorm damage. It's definitely bursty, but it's kind of got a little bit of a limited single target potential, and it falls pretty flat when all of your cooldowns aren't rocking. So again, keep that in mind. As far as Azurite traits go, we'll touch on the top 3 really quick. Test of Might is the strongest trait in the game, especially for any kind of arms. If you're new to this spec, this is one that you want to stack as many times as possible. Really kind of take advantage of it along with incorporating into your Colossus Smash debuff. Lord of War is good. It provides a little bit of additional rage around the Test of Might time. And Gathering Storm, we talked about it. It's the cornerstone of that burst build, and it makes up for the loss of Test of Might. So kind of interchangeable in terms of which different Azurite traits you want to go with. Now, from a Mythic standpoint, Mythic Plus, you really want to take a look at only a couple real competitive essences that exist here. Memory of Lucid Dreams is in play for both the builds that I had mentioned here. Obviously on the table. Alternatively, Essence of the Focusing Iris is really good for that burst AoE, so you can work it in for those excessively large Mythic Plus pulls, but it doesn't have the real synergy and single target potential that Lucid Dreams does, so that's why that's a preference. For minor traits, the top 4, Purification Protocol, Conflict and Strife, Blood of the Enemy, and Breath of the Dying. If you can get all of those up to rank 3, which hopefully isn't too much of an ask right now. No, Breath of the Dying's a little more challenging since it's new. But definitely take advantage of it. It is a massive winner for us. As long as you're not getting eaten by Corruption Eyeball. If you're completely new and you're wondering which Mythic Dungeon is the one for you to go spam and build, Ataldazar, get in there. You can pick up really leg plates, gloves. You've got a good opportunity for a ring and a trinket. So all kinds of gear that you can stack there. Additionally, it's beneficial for Fury and Protection if you like to off-spec with each of those. Alright folks, drop it down in the comments. Let me know, what did you like about this Arms Warrior guide? Was it helpful? What was missing? And what can I do to improve? Thanks for watching. Punch that subscribe button. We will see you soon. Later.